originally released in 1994 for the Apple Macintosh by a little independent game developer known as Bungie. It is the first of 3 games to make up the original Marathon trilogy. Now, I have to actually say that because, well, Bungie is making a new Marathon. It may not be the exact same genre of FPS, but they are making a new Marathon. And this one is an objective-based FPS. It is the spiritual predecessor to Halo and is very neat in my opinion. It's also freeware. Well, not freeware, free to play and download. They still own the copyright and trademarks, but it's free to play and download. And yeah, it's a pretty neat speed game. But let's get going on this. We're going to get my mouse in the window. There we go. And we're going to start the run in 3, 2, 1, go. Okie doke. So, plot to video game. You are a security officer of the UASC Marathon, which is a colony ship made out of the Martian moon Deimos. It is slowly making its way to Tau Ceti 4, and you have just returned from shore leave, only to find out that the Alien 4 race has taken over the ship, and it's up to you and the AI to save the day. Now, I say the AI. It's a little bit of a misnomer. You see, there's one AI that's really wanting to help you. That's Leela. She's trying her best, but oh, she's got a lot to deal with. There's also Tico or Tycho. They're not appearing in this run. They're in a secret, but we're not going to go to that secret. And then there's also Durandal. He's very grumpy right now. He'll get over it. Anyway, as I mentioned, this is an objective-based FPS. We don't really have an objective that we have to do in this level, although there technically is one, exploration. And all we need to do is just get to the exit. Now, I did pick up an assault rifle that will be our main workhorse for most of the run. And yeah, pretty straightforward level and pretty straightforward explanation for it. Now we're going to head into Never Burn Money. This is the first proper mission objective. I'm opening that door by rapidly tapping it. Since this is a 2.5D game, I could open the door behind the first one, which is pretty neat. Now, this is a retrieval mission. We have to pick up 3 chips in this level before we can leave. 2 of them are synthesized here. The third one is synthesized conveniently at the end of the map, so let's head there now. Though we are going to take a bit of a detour to go and heal up on our items, and there's going to be the 4 fighters here and wasps. Oh boy, wasps. That are going to try to get in our way. We're going to deal with the wasps. I don't care about the 4 fighters, but... and I may have called them 4 troopers, but they're 4 fighters. 4 troopers won't show up for another level. Alright. Anyway. Gonna top off on our health, pick up an overshield, which is essentially invincibility for 60 seconds. And we're going to try to do some time saves with the overshield, since we're not going to take any damage. Alright. Alrighty, we're done with 3 levels of the game. There are, I believe, 28 total. And this one, Defend This, has a cycle to it. In fact, it has 2 cycles that we have to keep in mind. The first one is the first lift in the level. That will determine whether or not we make it, I think, on the second go down. We might not now because of that. Yeah. That one little messed this up. And that's also going to mess us up for the next cycle, which is at the very end of the level, which is a bunch of trash compactors, and we're gonna lose about 10 seconds because of that little hang up there. Now, this level is a repair mission. The chips that we picked up, we're supposed to put all of them into these like computer terminals near the end of the level, but Bungie, for some reason in just this game, the other 2 games don't do this, but in this specific game, they only check to see if you've done one of this particular things for the mission objective. So we're gonna only put 1 chip in this level, and the next level we'll put another one into a terminal. Technically, you're not supposed to even be able to do that, but oh well. And yeah, by the fact that we only have to focus on one specific thing, we can get to the level rather fast. Anyway, let's go do that now. Alright, so we put the chip in, we're done with the level, now we're just gonna leave. onto couch fishing. Now, this is also a repair mission. It's fairly simple. We just need to open up the way out. This introduces the 4-trooper as well. Fun fact, there is no hit scan in this game. So when the 4-trooper shoots their rifle and I get hit, it's because an actual projectile flew out of the gun and hit my butt. All right, gonna make a safety save here. And I'm gonna try to do a hover over to here, and then one more hover across here. Done with that level. Okay, now we're on to the rows. This is an extermination mission. I hate these missions with a passion. So what do you have to do in an extermination mission, Teeps? Well, you have to kill all but 8 enemies, and I mean all but 8. And this introduces a new enemy. It's the Draenul. They only really show up in this level, more or less, in terms of the run. And they're bullet sponges. And if you're playing on higher difficulties, oh boy, are they bullet sponges. But we're playing on Kindergarten, which is the lowest difficulty. This is more trick-oriented, so you can do like sick grenade jumps and you don't have to really worry about combat too much except for the levels that you have to do combat on, like this one. So we're gonna do some jumps up to here, do some grenade shots off into the distance. It'll just get enemies out of the way. And then we're going to quickly... Oh, that was a bit odd. Make our way into the secret section, which has a second pistol. Because as you may or may not know, this game was one of the first games to use dual wielding along with Rise of the Triad. And we'll get to see that during G4 Sunbathing a few levels from now. But for right now, we're going to just head on to the titular rows of the level, which we have to go over here to get to. I'm gonna take a quick sip of beverage. I don't get a lot of moments in this run to do that, so I need to take what I can. Now, as we're heading into the center part of the rows, we are going to ignore the center part of the big area that we're about to enter, and we're instead going to go around the petals of the rows, because they have just enough enemies in the center to count for the 8 or less, so we should be fine. We took the secret intentionally to get the not the fusion pistol, the regular pistol, the second pistol, just so we are able to get to that crucial number. Now, the bobs are here. The bobs don't really have any detriment if you don't save them. In fact, they will more often than not get in your way, so it's fine if you shoot the bobs in the game. Now we're heading out of this. Normally we're heading out of this between 6 minutes 30 to 7 minutes 10. So it looks like we're on a decent path and pace right now. Estimate's 35 minutes. My PB is in the 26-minute range. Aperture Grills, who has the world record, has a 25-ish minute run, which is pretty sick. All right, now we're on Smells Like Napalm, Tastes Like Chicken. Yes, that is the actual name of the level. And this level's neat because if you were to do it as a speed run without doing a grenade jump at the very end, you would actually follow the tempo of the piece, Chamber, which is in 7/4 time. And you would be able to count out the amount of time you would need for the switch puzzle at the end of this level. Not the switch puzzle, this switch puzzle, where you have to hit a switch over here, and then there's one over there, and then you wait here, and then both platforms would raise up at just the right amount of time. But we're not going to do that. We're just instead going to take the first lift and then grenade jump up to the second one. All right, good and gold. Now we're on to Cool Fusion. As the name kind of implies, you pick up the fusion pistol on this level normally. We're not going to do that because that involves going out of our way, and this is a speed run. We need to go fast. So instead, we're just going to go straight to the end. We can pick up the fusion pistol in the next level. Oh, come on. Very nice. I'm going to fire a grenade right here to clear a good number of enemies out of the way, and with that, we head into G4 Sunbathing. Now, this is a very special level. It is a repair level, but more importantly, it is a vacuum level. It is the only level of this variety that is in this game. You see more of them in Marathon 2, and you definitely see more of them in Infinity. Nah Man, He's Close, which is a level I complain about with a fiery passion in Infinity, is a vacuum level. That and Acme Station. No, Nah Man, He's Close isn't. It's Fohammer. Sorry, I get those two mixed up sometimes. No, I even get those mixed up. Which one am I thinking of? Post-naval trauma. All the 4-ship levels in the Infinity are very easy to get mixed up sometimes. Anyway, this level is the only one that has this mechanic, so it's kind of a blink or you miss it type of affair. Anyway, I haven't really explained what I've been doing, and that's fine. We've just basically been going in and out, opening switches. First going outward to hit a thing, going in, hit a switch, opens up the next outer section. Inevitably leads into here. We hit a panel, and we're done with the level. Now, before we leave, we are going to get a top off on our shields. Not health, shields. Technically, we have 0 health. The bar there is for your shield level, and I believe the highest value is 450, so like 100 health. Or for the 100 for the red is 150 in the game's internal values. That's not really relevant at all, but it's some interesting trivia to at least know. But yeah, we're going to top off on that because we have 2 grenade jumps that we have to do very close to each other. And I'm going to waste a grenade real quick so I can have a full set of grenades. And I'm going to look down, and we're going to jump up to here because we have an exploration level here. I'm going to look down that hallway, and that will complete the objective. I am done with the level. Now we just got to leave. But before we do that, we're going to quickly get some health, and then carefully thread the needle here. Looks like that failed. So that we can head into Barbecue. Now, this level is supposed to be an extermination mission, but the flag wasn't set properly. So instead, we can just head straight to the end. All right, so let's see. Carefully time this so we can head into Shake Before Using. Now, this is a bit of a, I don't want to call it a downtime level because there is a lot of stuff going on even in this level, but it's less of a objective thing and just get to the end. So you kind of get what I mean when I would call it like a downtime level, because most of the levels in the game have objectives, and this one doesn't really have one. Instead, it has trap rooms. That's the first one. Here's the second one. I have to shoot a grenade here, because if I was to walk onto that octagon, I would have been plummeted down with the platform. But we didn't, so that's good and gold. Anyway, finishing up the level now. Going to carefully make our way through. And done. Alrighty, now we have fire, 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 fire. There's your first appearance of Durandal, who I said was a bit grumpy. Actually, they're rampant. Not the Halo type of rampancy, but like rampancy. So they're very angry right now, and they lured the 4 to the ship. I don't know why they did that, but at some point they're going to have us go to the 4 ship to do some things. But right now, we need to go and deal with Colony Ship for Sale. So we just need to get to the end terminal. I'm gonna quickly hit that. And this level is pretty infamous for having a puzzle that is incredibly frustrating because it's a timing platforming puzzle. And I don't mean like you have to time when to jump onto another platform. No, you have to time how high a platform goes up or down. And then way later, you get to actually see if you can climb up said steps. It is very, very difficult. But through the magic of knowing how the physics in this game works, we can actually just jump past it. So we're gonna do a grenade jump, and we want to kind of keep as much health as we can for this. Now we could do a 1 grenade hit jump, but that's not as reliable. So I'm going to do a 2 grenade hit here. So we're going to have about between 70 to 80% of our health. And then we're just going to head over to here. Now, I could do a 3rd jump. However, actually, you know what? We'll do it anyway. Yeah, that's what happens. So anyway, we're going to head into the next level regardless, because I hit a switch that's going to raise this up. And now we get into my least favorite level of this entire game, Habe Quidem. This introduces the exploding bobs. And the exploding bobs are not fun to deal with. Hold on, I gotta concentrate for a second. Okay, good. I should have also mentioned the lookers that were in the last level. They are just beetles, like insect equivalencies of the exploding bobs. If you get too close to you, they explode. It's pretty straightforward. But I'm going to top off on my health first before we actually properly start the level because, well, I had very little health because I was trying to be funny with the grenade jump. And now I have to reap what I sow in regards to that. And right now, we're going to need to see if we can get through this. I'm actually going to top off on some health as a safety before we attempt this very crucial part of this level. All right. So I just need to get this looker out of the way. There we go. I'm going to head down here, go through this pit, and then attempt the second half of this level. Now, there is an energy converter right there that we need in order to recharge on the alien ship. And Durandal has basically forced us to go grab it out of a lava pit. I think they actually put it there. Very funny. Anyway, we got it and we got out. Now, if for some reason I didn't have enough health to make the trip out of the pit, I would have had to go out of my way to get ×2 health, which is definitely major time loss, but it worked out for us in the end. Anyway. Let's head out of the level now. It's gonna do a quick jump like that. And now we head into neither high nor low. Now, for earlier versions of the Aleph 1 source port, and just for the Marathon 2, original Marathon 2 engine in general, if we were to have gone 15 levels without taking a death or reloading a save, the game would soft lock, and we wouldn't be able to continue. We'd have to go back to the main menu and revert to a save. Now, luckily for us, this was fixed in Aleph 1 1.3. I believe they're on 1.7 or 1.8 right now. And yeah. Pretty good. Nothing to really talk about for this level, is just get to the end. Now we are going to do a quick heal to full ×3 shields. Make sure we pick up the rocket launcher, very important. And now we're going to head to the Force ship. These were made by Regional du Jour, and they're fantastic maps, and I love them. This one shows back up in Marathon 2, by the way. Sorry, don't make it so. Now, most of the alien ship levels are exploration levels, so we're going to have to make sure that we look at specific polygons. And I probably should have mentioned at the beginning that there was flashing lights in this, but I'll make sure to note that in the chat. When this inevitably gets shown. And yeah, we're just gonna look at certain polygons, and then once we do all that, we're gonna head straight to the end. I'm gonna use the remainder bullets of the assault rifle here to do a little bit of a hover, and then we're done with that. On to no artificial colors. We head back to the Marathon for just a little bit. We need to go look down a tunnel and then make our way to the exit terminal, which is where we started. But right now, we're going to go on a little bit of an adventure. All right, so we're gonna head up here. I'm gonna carefully aim. There we go. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna open this area up here, and then we're just gonna jump out this window, hit that, jump across. And now, we just go back out. our objective was down the tunnel a little bit farther down. And we don't need to walk over there. This is Marathon 1. You just gotta look at it. So now we can leave. Alright, so let's quickly top off on our health real quick. Very nice. Gonna take a safety save. Gonna burn the rest of this clip, and then I'm gonna make the safety save again. And then we're gonna do a jump out of this area, back into the starting area. I'm gonna head this way, because we're gonna go to a cache room. Ammo cache room. All the way over here. Very nice. Fun fact, this room used to crash the engine, like, reliably. Pretty funny. Anyway, on to more 4-ship. This is very blinking light. Very blinking light. In fact, this next room is incredibly blinking light. Ooh. Oh, I actually took damage off of that. That's pretty funny. No, it's not me. Sorry. You're thinking about the wrong person. Alright, so we're gonna make our way down this hallway. And, you know, I'm gonna grab the flamethrower out so we can hear funny noise. They took that out of Marathon 2 and Infinity. I'm very disappointed. Don't get me wrong, the death noise in that game is also pretty funny, but I like Marathon 1 flame death noise. Alright, making our way down. Just gotta look down that hallway for just a quick second, and then we can leave. Alright, on the 2 times 2 equals 4. Or sorry, 2 times 2 equals. This is one of the few levels that I can actually remember the name of in the 4-ship levels, because they're all puns of the word 4. And again, this is a simple exploration level. Look at certain polygons. We're gonna go in a circuit. The circuit will inevitably take us back to the start of the level, and then we'll take a detour off of that to get to the exit. Anyway, up to here. I'm gonna do a quick peekaboo right there. I don't know why I've been switching weapons, because I do have to use the flamethrower right here to fly up to here, to hit that, head back to the start. So now we're back at the start of the level. And we're gonna quickly head back down. And then we're going to go on to the exit. And luckily, I know exactly where I need to stand, minimum, to be able to leave. And if it doesn't teleport us out, that means I forgot to look at something. But I should be fine. Oh, no. Okay. See, this is why the estimate is so high. I had to plan for this. All right, so let's try that. We're going to go through the whole circuit again. I think I know which polygon I didn't see. All right, let's do this quickly again. Never hurts to go back through. Never hurts to go back through. I am going to walk along the path, though, this time. Just to save on health. And then we're going to try this again. This should take us out this time. And if it doesn't, something horrifically bad has happened. Yeah. All right. Just a note, I think it was one of the sides in the big room with a big purple column. All right, I'm gonna hop off on a little bit more ammo. And then we're gonna head into the next 4 level. This level has, of the defense drones they've been seeing flying around. Haven't really remarked on them at all during the run. Oops. But that one has rogue defense drones, which will shoot at you. But it's fine. They're the ones that are in green. Anyway, onto Euphoria. This level is got a pretty nasty oof moment if you don't look at things carefully. Particularly this room. All right, I've looked at it carefully. Now we're gonna head down here. Gotta look down here. There we go. Now we can leave. teleport out to here. Gonna heal to full ×3, and then we can look at the marathon. And then we head into a very special alien ship level. This is both extermination and exploration. It is, as far as I'm aware, the only level in the entire franchise so far that has 2 objective types. So it is very interesting. Anyway, we're going to need to carefully deal with these enforcers and these 4 fighters. And we're gonna go pick up this partial invisibility, not invincibility. That's fine, we can still deal with that. I wanted to try to keep as much health as I can because I wanna try to do some sick jumps on the 3rd to last level. But we may have to just settle for some other things, but that's fine. All right. Gonna head towards the last section of this. I looked that way for a reason because, again, this is a 2.5D game. So I'm actually looking at the polygon that's way far down below. And that means we don't have to bother going down there. Now, here, on the other hand, we do have to actually walk over to these little rooms here. Okay. And then a very important section, we have this big room, we have the big alien commander right there, and we also have a bunch of enemies that we gotta shoot at. Get out of my way. I'm gonna get you out of the way here. All right. And we'll do that. Uh-oh, I forgot. It's either I forgot to look at something or I forgot to see something. Sorry, I forgot to look at something or I forgot to kill something. I think it's the former. Yeah, I think it's the former. If not, we'll just go to the next alternate exit. It was looking at something. All right. We have enough health that we can just go ahead and hop down here, go up here, open the door, and now we're going to head towards the main objective of this level. This is Ain't Got Time for This. This is a repair level, and I'm gonna have to shut up in a second because I have to listen for a very funny little fart noise, which lets me know that I've hit a switch behind a column because, again, 2.5D game. It's an active switch, so that's why it works. Anyway. There we go, that's the fart. And now we're going to make our way to here. All right, welcome to the Revolution. That's the name of the level. And this is pretty straightforward as well. It is a repair mission, somewhat. We just gotta hit a switch to open a door. I'm gonna try to clear out these hunters here. I didn't remark on the hunters, but yeah, they're pretty annoying. They have a hard death where they explode. So that's pretty fun. The pacing of this run is kind of quick. I'm expecting this, I haven't looked at the timer yet since the rows. I'm expecting this to be like a sub 30, probably. If anything, it might be a 31. With how everything's gone so far. Definitely not PB material, I will say that. Oh, I got a lucky shot there. All right, here we go. Gonna let them walk through, and then we're gonna do a 2 grenade jump to read this terminal, and then we head to try again. You try to guess why it's called try again. That's right, you fail the level, you try again. You fail the next level, you try again. Well, actually, that's a bit of a misnomer if you didn't save before trying the level. In that case, you go back to your last save, wherever that was. But in this case, if I take a death here, I'll start back at the beginning of the level, since I saved it at the beginning of the level. But the next level technically doesn't have a save point, so if you were to take a death, you would come back to this level. Hence, try again. Anyway, we get introduced in the final extermination mission of the game, the big floaty things that will kick your butt. And we had to take care of them using the alien weapon and the rocket launcher. However, the alien weapon has a random amount of ammo in it, so you do have to take that into account. All right. And then I'm gonna quickly grab an alien weapon before this runs out. And then I'm gonna take a death, because I did not realize how close I was to that. Oh boy. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I need to take that out first and foremost. Oh yeah, we've already finished this half. Okay. Because we saved when we went to go get the ammo. So now we can just do this. Alright, let's deal with this now. Ho! One go. Oh, that was cool. Try that again. Alright, that got rid of all of the enemies that were right there. And now we just need to deal with the ones here. And I do have that alien weapon, right? Yep, good. Alright, so now we're going to head into the final section of this level and the last couple of enemies of the entire game. Next level has no enemies, and we're just doing a rocket jump. I know we haven't been doing that in the entire run, but we're going to get to it. But first, I need to be very careful here because, yeah, don't want to take another death. It will be a big setback if that happens. Cool. Gonna head up this left, and maybe 4 or 5 enemies left. Just that one. Cool. Another one. And now there's one enemy left in the entire game. There they are. Read the terminal. Next level. And then we're just gonna do a rocket jump up. And time. And yeah, that's Marathon. That's about the time that I was expecting I was gonna get, all things considered. Very nice speed game. Again, it's free to play. Free to download, free to play. It is on Steam now, although the saving functionality is currently acting a little bit weird, at least for me. It may not happen for you like that, but if that is the case, you can always grab the games off of GitHub as well. Aliph1.lowon.org is also where you can, a more convenient place where you can find the downloads to that. And there's also a Discord for the games as well. And we'll probably have a channel for the new game when it gets closer to release. And I would say if you're interested in running the games, there is a link to the Discord for Marathon speedruns on my Twitch channel. So you can just scroll down below, the Twitch player and you'll see it there. But with that in mind, yeah, this was Marathon. My name's TB Sierra, and yeah, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.